I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Because my family, the story with that house is the house burnt to the ground. See that house she was in, she's been in that property probably since she was 21 and she's 89. If that gives you any idea how long she's been on that plot of land. But that house that was originally there burnt all the way to the ground. They lost everything, brand new car. My sister lost her pet parakeets. It just in the fire. I mean, they lost everything. And then the family got together and they got some graph paper and they drew up how they wanted to build the house. And my brother and my sister and my dad built that house from ground up, foundation all the way up by themselves. Nobody helped them. My mom helped, and she was pregnant with me. So she could only run, she was running jackhammer and everything, trying to bust up the old foundation from the old house to get everything cleared out in the dumpster so they could start building the new house. And she did it until it started feeling uncomfortable for her. And then she had to quit because she was expecting me at the time. So it's just like, it's hard because we're the only family that's ever been in the house. And for her to let go of the house and move in with my brother, it's extremely hard for her right now. But
Imagine that. I can't imagine.
all right, guys, it's 4 a.m. I'm getting ready to leave for work. So I went to my mom's house yesterday, and the reason I did was because my mom is leaving. She's 89 years old, and this is really hard for her, more than probably even the kids. My brother and my sister are not like me and my mother. They're not extremely sentimental, and I'm not saying that this isn't hard on them, because probably deep down it is. They just aren't as good as showing it as my mom and I are. But it's kind of sad because we built that house up from ground up from a fire, and now all of a sudden we're not going to be the only family that's lived in that house. We're going to be putting it up for sale. And if you live in the Decatur, Illinois area and you are actually actively looking for a home, this house will be on for sale here soon. And you need to go to Brinkotter Realtor. I do not know the name of the realtor agent that is taking care of my mom, but I'm sure if you called them up and called Brinkotter Realtor here in Decatur, Illinois, because that's who they're using is Brinkotter, and you told them I need to talk to the realtor that is selling the house on 27th Street. I did put the address in the beginning of my intro as I was walking by the house. This is by no means a professional video, not even close. This is a sentimental video. Like Mom asked me, who are you making this video for? And I told her, really, honestly, I'm making it for myself. I'm allowing my subscribers and viewers to see it because I've talked about this house off and on through my YouTube journey. I talked about the story, lightly mentioned the story about how that house was built by my family and we're the only family that lived in it. So some of you may remember me talking about it. Each time I've talked about it, I've probably talked about it for maybe 30 to 40 seconds at the most. I talked about it a great deal in one of Brainstorm's lives recently. When I went on his live with him. So here is my home that I grew up in. You get to get a sneak peek of where I lived and grew up at and what it was like for me living at home. And this is for me. So I will always have this because time has passed. my dad used a projector video camera. We projected it on a wall or on a screen, and we switched it over to VHS, but now VHS is no longer there, so I don't have any video of my family home. So this is my video of my family home. So this is more for me than anyone else. But like my mom said, when I told her I was going to make one, if I had it on Facebook or where anybody could see it, who knows, maybe somebody would see my video and be interested in looking at the house and buying it. And she's right, we don't know. So I will share it, but more than likely me and just a few close friends are going to be the only ones that's interested in it, because they were the ones that came over and played with me in my house, come over and visited my mom and my elder siblings in that house. They're going to be the only ones that care about this video. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, this is my family home. My mom is moving out and moving in with my brother. And this is 1406 North 27th Street. I was born and raised in this house. My family lived on this property since my mom was 21 years old. Married my dad and moved here. The thing about this house is it was built and family owned by one family only, my family. The house that we had here burnt all the way to the ground, to the foundation. They lost a brand new car. My sister lost her pet parakeets. And so therefore, we're going to be getting ready to sell this house here real soon. Oh, okay. I seen them. I was going to let them pass. Anyway, it has a 2-car garage. This is the yard. It's half an acre. Goes to that tree right there next to the house. This is a 1-car garage. It does not have electricity in it, but you could easily get an electrician to come out and put electricity in it if you want electricity in the house. You can see how big the yard is. This is where the master bedroom is. We used to have a big, huge above ground pool right here. Right here where that stub is used to be a huge ash tree. My family worked very hard. You can't even tell now that there was a swimming pool there, but there was a swimming pool there until I was about 20 years old. When my dad died when I was 19. So I think about 20 is when we finally sold it and gave it up. And my family actually extended the lining of the pool and built it so that'd be 5.5 feet deep in the middle. But this is the back of the house. My husband wants to look inside the garage real quick. My mom's probably wondering where I'm at. Brent, do me a favor. Go stand at the very back by that tree where that lot line is for me. Keep going. See the other tree? Okay. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah. No, actually it can be seen. And we're going to probably leave some of the tools and stuff in here for whoever buys it. Just because I told my brother when we bought our house, we kind of liked it and we thought it was cool. But there you go. Now you know what the inside of that garage looks like. Like my husband said, it's actually insulated. So it needs insulated. And like I said, it needs electricity put in here if you want electricity. But this would be a great little spot for someone who's wanting to run a business out of the... I can't remember. Yeah. That does it.
The horizon was there.
Yep. All right, guys. So this is the inside of the 2-car garage. My brother recently, probably about 2 years ago, maybe 3, built these steps on here. We had removable steps because of the crawl space underneath, because that's where they go to get to work on the plumbing and things under the house. You have to go under that. The steps are still removable for you guys, for whoever ended up buying it. But long story short, my mom was getting weaker. She was falling a lot. So my brother wanted to put steps that was a lot shorter and less steep so she could get up and down the steps easy, which was smart. I don't know if we got this open or not, but this is a trap door. I will show you more about it inside the house. This comes from the train room. There's a little secret hiding spot. And you can put stuff down in here and it actually will take you out. Voila, there's the door. It's locked from the inside, but that's the door. So you can get out of the house that way. If there should be a fire or something, you happen to be in the family room area, you could just run up into the train room and down that and right into the garage. Oh, she still has the in-laws.
This thing's shut and I can't open it.
Okay, this is the family room. And this is really cool because that leads up to the train room, that door does. This family room is got an actual steel beam. My dad actually brought it from the railroad because he worked for the railroad and brought it from the railroad when they built the house. And they put the steel beam in and makes this floor extra strong. These fans are newer. My brother put these in for her, and it's cool because they're remote control.
One of those things.
Yeah. Look how beautiful these cabinets are.
Yeah. Places anymore.
I mean, when you're ready, if you're ready, you're ready.
And I want him. I'm not ready. I'll never be ready.
Yeah.
But
This is built.
it has to be.
Yep.
Look at all the drawer space you have in this family room, plus tons of room to put weight and machines in here, pool tables, you name it.
It happens here, and there always those things, and you just can't do it anymore.
Yeah. You're getting up there.
I want
He's
him to-
60, right? He's 60.
Yeah, he's 64.
That comes out and goes
Close
in.
to 65.
Yeah.
63. I can't remember. But it,
These pull out
okay.
He is 63.
and go
you're right.
in.
And you're right. Yeah.
Look at how that pulls out and pulls in.
vertical.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
I'm glad you got to come. Oh, okay.
And another feature about this is you have to hold the button down for 2 seconds before it'll call.
Say hi.
Okay.
That's
Hi.
welcome to rare, and it does happen. It's a call. So I press ring the lamp off.
All right, guys. So this is the secret room. My mom's talking to my brother right now. Then I showed you the door on the outside. Here's the door on the inside. They put a board there because my mom had problems with somebody trying to break in once. And this is shelving. My dad put all of his electrical stuff on there. But see the steps, you can go take the steps down and up into the secret room. Let's take a walk up this. My dad built this when I was little. I was 5 years old when they started building this. I remember it, and I kept begging my mom I wanted to come up here because he built it up in the attic, and at the beginning, all he was using was a big old ladder to climb up here and build it. He hadn't even built steps on yet. And this is his train room. He built all of this with newspaper and plaster. This is how he made his mountains. So used plaster and newspaper, wadded up newspapers, and that's how they made the mountains. See the little house up there? And the sheep and the people on top of the mountain. My dad went to a lot of detailed work making this. He was really into trains. So anyone who gets this house and ends up liking the trains, the kids are into trains, they're going to love this. That one right there, I think my dad built all those bridges, but there is one bridge my brother actually built. But this is the train room. And what's really cool is right up here, it gets really tight in here with the ceiling. So if you're a tall person, you'll have to kind of lean down. But my dad used Christmas lights and made the Big Dipper and the Small Dipper up on the ceiling. And we'd actually sometimes turn the lights out. And he would start the trains going and they'd be running on the tracks and with no lights, and all we'd have was Christmas lights. Kind of cool. But yeah, my dad built all this. My brother helped him build the room. They worked together a lot and stuff like this. My brother, my sister, and my dad built this whole entire house from the first brick all the way up after the fire. They're the only ones that's lived in this house. When my mom moves out and it's finally sold, it'll finally have its second family living in this house. You're okay, hon. But right there is one of the bridges. There you go. There's the train room. And train room is off the family room. We come straight into that house, takes you into the family
Trains are
room,
gone.
and then up the steps to the train room. This is really cool. I'm glad my husband found that and pulled that out, guys. When I was little, I would have to literally do limbo stick and sit on my rear end and go under there, because if my dad was working on the trains or when the trains got stuck in the tunnel or something weird like that, he would pull this out and he would actually stand on it. That's how he finished this bridge. Now, one of these bridges, the one where the waterfall is, my brother built that bridge. I remember which one it was now, but see the little waterfall? That bridge right there, my brother built. And he actually, for him and my brother to get those bridges put in on that part, because of the steps and this, they actually had to stand on that platform to build this part of the train set. But the tunnels are pretty deep. So my cat liked getting in those tunnels, and oh, my dad would get so mad because he was afraid he was going to tear up his hard work in those tunnels. I forgot about these. They slide in and out. All these slide in and out.
We were better not.
That spot you see, this is a little table. My dad built it. You just got to take the screw out and hold the leg and bring it down. And you got shelves back here. Plus, we put the table all the way down, and we would build puzzles on it. And the puzzles that are on the wall. All right, here's the kitchen. Well, I love the way my dad built this kitchen. My dad, my brother, and sister actually built this whole house, but I love the way they built this kitchen. This was my favorite part of the house. My mom will tell you when I was little, she used to have to yell at me and chase me out, and I would sneak behind her when she wasn't looking.
One way you first going to stop on it, there's a thing in the way.
Okay, but this is a Lazy Susan right here.
And other things that are more important.
Yeah. But this is what you call a Lazy Susan that they put in. So my mom could put all her stuff in here, like her flour, kitchen accessories that she used for cooking, and it would all be in here. And if there was an empty spot in there, my mom would catch me crawling in here all the time. Oh, it's running really good. So I would used to get yelled at all the time for trying to climb in there.
Who are you making this for?
Us.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got a few things here I put aside that you made. See if there's anything in there you want.
Ren's having fun looking around too.
We don't have, I'm taking some things over there, but we don't have room.
This is the living room. This is where we used to watch TV and all.
Hopefully the new system will be here by then.
I'm hoping so, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Because I worry about you kids. I worry about what's going to happen with you when the
Mm-hmm.
Picture
system
window.
goes down.
One last look at the kitchen. Just to give you guys an idea of how big this kitchen is. We could have 5 or 6 of us cooking in here, and we weren't over the top of each other. We had plenty of room to move around. Nice cabinets. Great counter space for a big family. You could use this as your little buffet area. And then your kitchen table would go here. My dad built this kitchen table, by the way. Everything in this house was built by my dad, my brother, and my sister. Everything. So everything you're seeing was made and built by them. They're the ones that came up with the design of the house and the ones that built it the way that it's been built. because I didn't do that on purpose. Okay, and this right here. All right, right here is doors that slide in and out. As you can see, there is plenty of room for clothes to sit on. Nice little cubbies. This closes and opens. So that way, closes and opens, and that way you can put your pillows in. It's nice and deep in there. Store blankets, whatever you want to store down in there.
It's being given away.
Look at this.
Finding stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's good that I started doing this.
Finding stuff.
Are you taking it? Are you going to take the skillet?
I'm thinking about it, Mom. Yeah.
That's the only thing you want there. And there are boxes.
This is, we used to use this as our library. So walking down, and we're going to turn you around from that bedroom in the master bedroom that we just came from. And we come to the second bathroom. That first bathroom, as you probably noticed, I don't know if I took a good picture of the shower or not. I apologize if I did not. This is more for me and my family, not for selling. But at the same time, I am not going to be opposed to the fact if somebody happens to see my video because they're curious about what my family home was like. Look at the medicine cabinets and how much room is in here. I used to do a fun little thing with these medicine cabinets, and I would play in this bathroom for hours and I get yelled at. So this is a tub and a shower. Hamper here. Towels go here. My brother just recently built that on for my mom so she doesn't fall when she goes to the bathroom. Check out the mirror on the door. I don't know if we can do this in this video. We're gonna try. Now, can you see the effect? There is 3 of me now. And if I get the mirrors just right, I used to play with it good enough, I would get it to where there was 10 of me in these mirrors. So can you see the nostalgia for a little kid about 5 years old? Or a little bit older, wanting to play in here all day to see how many selves of yourself you can make out of these mirrors? This was my sister Felicia's room till she moved out. When she moved out, I moved in. And again, look how spacious the closets are. A lot of shelving on the sides in this one. My dad built it that way. Look how big. Mine was a very small bedroom. It was made for a baby, to a toddler. It wasn't meant for a full adult kid. I can't find it, but there is a thing that pulls out and you close it. But again, look how spacious that room is. My cat used to love to hide in these cubbies, as you can imagine, because we usually have blankets and pillows hiding down in there that we weren't using at the time. Nice drawer space, 4 drawers for your underwear, socks, things like that. My dad put these shelves and built these. I don't know what happened to those 2. They must have gotten broken, but he put these shelves up here. My bed was right here in the middle, not to the side like it is now, because this is like a room to use for somebody needs a space. Again, medicine cabinet. Every room has one. But there were shelves all the way up here, and my dad built those for me so I could put my toys on when I wasn't playing with them. My bed was in this corner right here, and old pictures that I have in my photo albums, my Paula Abdul posters are right up there. This was my brother's room, became my grandpa's room, and my mom took him in. Again, same sliding outdoors, shelving. Now, I know it needs to be modernized. You know, whoever gets this house is going to take the drywall stuff. Okay, I know it's going to happen. I don't know if I want to see what this house turns into because, you know, another medicine cabinet, every room had one. But look at how big and spacious. This area is kind of narrow, as you can see. But it's a good sized room. We walk in here. His bed was way down there. That's where my grandpa had his twin bed. My brother had his twin bed down there too. And then he had a little computer desk right there, because my brother got into computers. Last room, this turned into what my mom liked to call the wonder room. This was my last bedroom before I moved out and got married at the age of 21. If I could get that horse thing off of there, I would get it off and take it home. But I can't. Again, medicine cabinet. Nice, spacious closet. Full outdoors. Nice, deep storage area. If you have cats or small dogs, they're going to have a little splash with that, so you need to make sure you always have them closed because you will find them sleeping in there. And now you have seen my family home. Okay, so this is take 2 of this area because I thought I got it and I didn't. This is the hallway down from the kitchen. And when you go into the hallway, here's your closet. And you can turn. I'm going to try not to turn too fast. This is not a professional video. This is actually for me. I just want memories. No matter how old I get, I'm going to be able to look back at Dixie's Friends as long as I have that channel. And I'm going to be able to remember this. And be like, this is what my house I grew up in was like. This is the utility room. And if any of my subscribers or viewers look at it too, that is fine. That got barred up because somebody broke into it while my mom was home. When we were burying my father-in-law, my brother got a call from the alarm company and we had already been left. And they were at the house. They came in the house and tried to break in. And he hasn't replaced it. He probably will replace it before the house sells, because I'm sure the realtor will ask him to. But this is the utility room. This is what the greenhouse porch looks like. I'm not going to walk out there. I'm just going to let you guys see it. There's actually, like over here on the side to this side here is a little square hole, and a stray cat adopted me when I was 8 years old. Black stray cat named Dixie. That's what I named him, and it ended up being a meow cat. This is the smaller bathroom. This is off the master bedroom. I gotta turn off the lights as I go. My mom's real picky about that. Again, another medicine cabinet. Standing up shower is all it is in this area. Okay. Then you open this door here. Takes you in to her closet. Again, look at the doors at the bottom. There's the light, so I did not turn on, but there is a light. Sorry, I just dropped my sunglasses. You didn't hear that. I need to go back around and turn that light off. This is the only area that I forgot to show you guys, and I wanted to show you, and I didn't get good. Now this is the master bedroom. This is the first biggest house in bedroom in the house, and I already showed you the third biggest room in the house, the second biggest room in the house, which was my third room. I don't know if they're going to try to get rid of that and take it out into the garage and find a way to get rid of that, but my dad got that from a hotel. This actually was in a hotel, and he bought it from a hotel that closed down at an auction. My dad was really good about going to auctions and finding some really good deals on things. And then you walk out here, and we called this area our family room. I sometimes would play bowling with my grandpa out here, and my grandpa lived with us. There's the hallway back down into the kitchen. My mom always keeps it dark in here because she's always trying to save money on electricity, living on a fixed income. That's what you do. Even though she gets a good retirement from my dad since he worked at the railroad for so many years, she is still very conservative. And then I bring you back into this room again. My very first room as a kid. This time it's completely empty. It's just crazy. Story. Quick story. That was my stage. And my bed was right in here. I would set all of my stuffed animals on the bed. And I would stand in the stage and pretend I had a microphone in my hand. And I would sing to my stuffed animals, and I would jump from here onto the bed. My mom caught me one time, and I got yelled at. She said to quit jumping on the bed, that I was going to either break the bed or I was going to hurt myself. So she told me to stop. But yeah, I did. And if I wasn't doing that, I was standing on here. I would actually stand in the closet. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. And if I wasn't conducting a concert, I was teaching a class. And so when I was teaching a class, again, I would stand up here in the closet, and all my stuffed animals would be on the bed facing me. Every single stuffed animal and doll had a piece of paper in front of them because they were doing schoolwork. But it's really cool because you come down here, second bathroom. I showed all of these to you with the lights on already. My second bedroom, my brother's room, and then my grandpa's room, and then my last bedroom. Second biggest room. I already did a video on it, but well, you can see how big it is. And this was my room until I got married. It had a TV and everything in here. Now that it's over, the only thing I want to add to it is, I don't know who will end up getting the house, but I know they will change it because it looks like it's set back in the 1970s. So they're going to probably put drywall up and gut the walls and put drywall up, which I don't blame them. I would too. Try to turn it into more of a modern home. I just hope whoever takes it over loves and appreciates the home as much as my family did. All the hard work that they put into it. They started building the house in 1976, and they moved into the house in 1977, shortly after I was born. So tonight we actually went over and we're packing Mom up and moving her to my brother's. And I decided I wanted to add one more thing to this video. And there's one thing I told her. One thing that I told her. I said, maybe it is the truth. Maybe our family no longer owns that house. Once it is sold, once the realtor finds a buyer and then it's sold and they move in, it may not belong to the family anymore. But the one thing that will always belong to us is the memories that we have of that house. The memories and the love that was poured into that house when it was built from brick by brick all the way up until the roof was completely pulled out and put on, all the closets put in, cabinets, toilets, everything that's in the house. And we finally moved into that house. Nobody can take the memories away of me and Mom sitting in the living room with my dad, drinking root beer floats while he played music on the organ, and we sang along with him when he played for us on the organ. Nobody can take the memory of all of us as a family sitting around the kitchen table, snapping green beans and laughing and talking about our day after we finished swimming in the swimming pool. Nobody can take the memories away of any of that. We've had a lot of good memories, a lot of good times. I remember swimming and jumping on the trampoline with my friends, going out in the garden helping Mom pick grapes. And I was supposed to be helping clean the grapes to get ready to make them for jam and butter. I was too busy killing the spiders and all the bugs that kept crawling out of the grapes. And my mom said, if you don't quit killing all the bugs, you're never going to get the grapes clean so that we can get the jam and the jelly made. I mean, and then a lot of times I'd go swimming at night And Mom and I would sit at the kitchen table, me and her and my dad, when all of my siblings were all gone, because the sibling that was closest in age to me was 11 years older than me. And we'd have a waffle with strawberries from the garden and whipped cream after I finished swimming in the pool. She would get it ready for me, and we'd sit at the kitchen table and eat it. When I was a baby, really little, I was sitting on the recliner with my mom while we sat with a fruit tray or a veggie tray of veggies and fruits that was from the garden, and eating those together and watching my favorite cartoons. Yeah. Those things, those memories, nobody can take that away from us. All the fun that we had together as a family in that home, all the love that was poured into that home by our family that's held in those walls by my family will always be there.